test. Oh, nope. Oh, no. Okay, there I am. Sweet. I think, hold on. Okay. Hey, everybody. We are live. There's the crew there. I think we've got it pretty well spaced. They have a microphone. I forgot to move one little thing. And I have a new trick to keep me from talking too long to you guys. I'm going to try to keep those down to like 3 or 4 minutes tops. But anyway, I just want to welcome everybody. Happy Saturday. I didn't realize you were ready to talk. Good. Something is going on, y'all. Yeah, I think with the microphone, but let's just see what we can do. Okay, so hey everybody. Yeah, so I hope that I used to have a countdown timer on the start screen, and then I just stopped using it, but I brought a timer, and I want to stick to it. And then if you're new to classes, usually, or my goal is to start them 5 minutes after we go live at 7. So it doesn't always happen. I'm trying to get better at it. Thank you, Carla, for the donation you just sent in. That's awesome. And Tara are with me today. We don't really have anything super planned. I want to talk a little bit. But we're going to have kind of like an old school class in honor of my dude, Kimo. Did I miss? Oh, welcome to everybody. Well, my gosh. Yeah, I know. I've been reading about how cold it is in Montreal. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Stuart. Oh, sweet. Stuart. Rita's here. Shannon's here.
Stuart.
Shelly's here. Lauren's here.
Hey. Good morning, everybody.
Lots of comments. Rita's here.
Yay.
Luis here. Josie B's here. Sweet.
We're feeling all cold, but it's only like 40 degrees.
Yeah. I mean, it got to the 20s last night, so it was, you know.
Well, so yeah, wow. I guess, yeah, it got pretty cold last night.
All right, I've got 20 seconds to wrap this up. Okay, so here's the deal. Just a little bit of backstory here. When I was at UNC, I was in the art department, and I was really naive to the sort of structure of the visual arts world, like the sort of social structure and the organizational structure of the arts world. And when I was at UNC, I was a junior, I think, at some point, and I was just starting to develop some like art swag or whatever. And all of a sudden, there's this new guy walking around that looks kind of Asian to me, and he's got really long hair, and all the other students are starting to tell me, yeah, that's this hot shit guy from Canada. He's going to be an artist in residence. And I was like, what the fuck is an artist in residence? Well, he just lives here? They're like, yeah. They're like just paying him to do art.
Yeah.
And so,
bring that back.
So then fast forward the tape a little bit, and I was in a drawing class that I absolutely hated, and had just declared, or I was an art major. I needed to get my drawing credits. I hated drawing. I sucked at it. I was failing the class. And then one day, this instructor that I absolutely couldn't stand couldn't make it, and in walks this guy, the Asian-looking guy, and he tells us that he's actually an Indian guy, and he used the word Indian. He preferred that over Native American, so just in honor of him, that's why I'm saying that. But respect to everyone. So anyway, he came in, and he taught the best drawing class that I had ever had. Mm-hmm. And he was like, your starting point on every drawing is where you decide to look at it.
Mm.
Like where are you looking at this thing? You know, like, are you looking at it head on? Could you? And I'll never forget. He goes, and what if you could shrink down to a really little person and then look at it, and how big it would be? He was like, that's drawing.
Yeah.
And that started my connection with Kimo. And then just to fast forward tape a little bit further, I was in sculpture. His office was in the sculpture department, so he would walk by and we would talk about my works. He
burned a couch one time.
Sometimes he would smoke. And then one day I mentioned hula hooping to him, and he was like, "Oh, dude, that sounds awesome. I would totally try that. I've done that at Weaver Street once." And
he was a fan.
And he became my hoop buddy. And so eventually he was he was more of a hoop buddy than a hoop student. But he really was inspiring for me. And I guess the thing that he really helped launch the HoopPath, because I was in between undergrad and I was going to go get my MFA, and maybe I will someday. But he said, he told me, he was like, Bax, the art that you're doing in your hoop and in your classes is so much better than that shit you did at UNC. and I was like, oh, okay. He was like, you should do that. And that really is my relationship with Kimo One.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you for that story. That's so perfect.
For sure.
It's so perfect to start with.
Okay, I'm going to let's get into some sway, and we're going to be doing kind of a. There we go. We're going to be doing kind of an old school class in favor of Kimo. This will be more of like a workout class, like not in the sense of like high intensity and sweaty, but we're going to try to just give the body a whole sort of movement opportunity. Let's see. I need to find a song that he would approve of. All right. Actually, he could get into some stuff like this. All right, we're going to start super mellow with our sway. There we go. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Okay. Hey, we've heard that sway a lot before. No, let's do this one. This is the one he would like. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Kimo passed away way too early. Many years before he died, he had been told that he was terminal. In fact, I had no idea until he had to go back into the hospital that he even had a brain tumor. And I can't say that the two are related, but Kimo was a proficient artist. He was always doing something. He would come in, you could come into his art lab and he would show you projects he's finished, projects he started, projects he's lost with. And now that I look back, I wonder if it's because he was so much more aware than the rest of us that we live a limited, finite number of days, that he wanted to just push as much Kimo out as he could. And today, as I was reading about him in the New York Times, I was like, right on, brother. Audible breath in. The My Dan had an image of grief that I always loved. It was like you and the person you lost were two birds. And that we could close our eyes and we could sway with the wind and we could fly with that person. Audible breath in. Open, open, open. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Okay. Oh. Oh. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're totally welcome. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Oh no, there wasn't any sound. Oh. Did y'all have sound through that last part? Oh no. Oh no. They may not have heard that entire sway. No, they got it. I think they got it. Are we live? Okay, I don't know. Now I'm worried that we're not actually live. No, but, oh wait. Okay. All right. Maybe we're just on a massive delay here. Okay. Well, anyway. You only lost part of it. Yeah, I think we're having a technical issue here. And
so some people heard it.
I don't know if
Okay,
hear it all on YouTube. Okay. All right, good. All right. Another reason to watch on YouTube. All right. Do y'all have anything you want to shout before we move on? Okay. Do you, Ann, or don't forget to turn it on.
Back on. I just want to say thank you for those memories of Kimo. And, no matter how much time you spend with somebody and how many memories you have, some things still fade. And then there's some things that you never experienced with that person. And it's just really special to, come back and, get to come back around and hear some of those memories. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Ann. And okay, so we're gonna kind of have a Kimo inspired class here, which I think will be relatable to everybody. We'll have to remember that later. Okay, so we're gonna move into point technique. If you're ready, if stretching feels better than picking up the hoop right now, don't worry about it. So kind of interesting story with Kimo and point technique, and that is that he sort of dug it. When I first introduced it to him, he wasn't like completely sold on the idea of it. Let's see if we can get something cool. But after his second or third surgery, he lost the control of, I think, the left side of his body. And he was completely paralyzed on one side. And he was determined to use the hoop to rehab himself. And his doctors thought he was crazy, and he was completely serious about it. And what he would do is he would hold with a cane in his right hand, and then he would do point technique. And it wasn't just this. He put a shitload of effort into reclaiming the left side of his body. But this really meant a lot to him, he told me. Audible breath in. And Kimo wouldn't want us to do point technique like we had been paralyzed. He would want us to take full advantage of our non-paralysis. He would want us to find our way with point technique, to not do it like him, but do it like you. Audible breath. Audible breath in. One little tip, if you're new to movement in general or new to dance, and I'm sure you want it to feel good, but there's nothing wrong with wanting to make it look good too. And one way that you can make it feel better and look better is to activate as much of the body while you move as possible. If I'm doing single point, I'm holding the hoop in one hand right now. Me moving my offhand, me articulating it, is pulling my whole being into this. It's like one of those rare moments where everybody on the dance floor dances. It just feels different. Audible breath. Audible breath. Oh. Audible breath One more piece of advice I think would be Kimo approved is that Kimo would probably agree with this, that how the hoop feels on you, the contact that it makes, that's the most authentic moment. How the hoop is making contact with you. And how you move that contact and how you dance with that contact. That is you. And it's fun to pick up moves and tricks from other hoopers or flow artists. But ultimately, home is how you make contact. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah? All right.
Just to say, I was feeling the point. I really, yeah, I was feeling it. Hope y'all were feeling that energy.
All right. So this next exercise, let's see, we can put on something he would probably like. Yeah, I think this will work. Okay, so this next exercise. So one of the things that Kimo did that was really particular, or just peculiar probably is a better word, but one of the things that he did was he would do repetitive action a lot to warm up. And so I'm going to show you a move that I showed him that I thought that he would like, and he wound up doing it and only it for about 5 straight years. But this was the move that... Isn't that right? Is that right?
Yep.
I think this is it. What is it? No, wait. Oh, no. That's right. Okay.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
no. You're right.
Yeah.
No.
It's this.
You're right. And then the pass behind the back.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And another thing I wanted to say about Kimo and hooping was that nothing was too simple for him to do.
This is all right. So let me show you guys real quick. This is the move.
And he was also a champion of slow hooping, and the slower the better. And he did like a super slow video that it's a crime that this YouTube channel isn't
I can't
accessible
remember now how I did this or what he was.
No, it was just the single pass.
Okay. So this is the move. You're rolling the hoop. I'm holding it on my left hand. It is rolling to the left, and I bring it down, bring it around, and come back up, and then I do it again.
Yep, exactly.
So this is the move.
But he would do like super simple things like
my
slowly
elbow. Hold on 1
over.
second, so they can hear me on the instruction really
Sorry.
fast. Okay. So I'm coming down. I'm holding it here. And then I'm going to, if it's going to the left hand is going to bring it down. It's essentially a horizontal weave. Boom, boom. Maybe you can make it a tighter circuit or whatever, but. All right, so I'm going to show you how this works. And I'm not saying you need to do this move for, as long as Kimo would. But what I'm saying is that you can find a move. Oops, let's see. Here we go. You can find a move like this if you like. Put some music on. I think he would dig. All right, so this pace is gonna pick up a little bit here, but I think you'll dig it. So you can pick any move you'd like. I'm going to do the Kimo. I feel like this is not exactly it. No, it was continuous. if you bore easily, you can, add a lot of old school moves to warm up as well. So I could drop into vortexes, right? So I could go from like this to this, going old school. Oh, shit. Tara's rolling it in front. And of course there's two currents to rolling, right? So, if you're out for a challenge, you can reverse the current of that. Definitely interesting. Oh, neat. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think we're going to do an exercise that some of you will hate. I can't see you. I can see these guys, but they're allowed to go anywhere they want to, of course, just as you are. But I am going to do, we're going to do a waist-only song. Kimo was a huge waist hooper, and it was a trip. He was like, I don't know why, but he didn't even try shoulders for like towards the end. Like he just was like so cool just doing waist hooping. And the weird funny thing about Kimo is that he didn't really drink, but he would smoke cigarettes while hooping. And then, so anyway, please, yeah.
Hello, can y'all hear me? I didn't know Kimo, but I lived in Carborough, and I used to see him at the Weave. Can you hear me? Yeah. I used to see him at the Weave, and I just thought he was an interesting-looking dude. Yeah, and but what just speaks to me a lot about that last exercise was going back to simple meditative movements and how powerful they are. Like, I think we get inundated with social media and all the cool things there are to learn. and want to learn and can get like a little anxiety around that. But then just to find a flow for a minute, just allowing yourself to be in something for however long and then see where that wants to go can be really cool and organic. And that was really a nice, I don't know, it was a nice reminder for me. And probably where, you think about an artist, you think about drawing a circle, right? Something simple and where that goes. Anyway, so thanks for that, Kimo.
Okay. Can you break down the hand transfer happening behind the back? Yeah. Let's see. When it's back here, it is pointer finger to pointer finger. At least I have to be honest, y'all. I used to do this move so much, but maybe I just haven't done it in a while. But there's something is not feeling like I'm doing it exactly like I showed Kimo, and I don't know exactly, what it is that I'm doing wrong. But definitely, yeah. I was gonna pull up the video. It was badass, Jesse. He would always all right, so understand, Kimo and I would joke about our identities. Like, he would give me shit for being white, and and he would always flick his cigarette butts into my yard. And I was like, Kimo, I mean,
and he smoked American spirits. He smoked American spirits on purpose, just to give you a sense of his approach.
Okay, so anyway, what we're going to do is a waist-only hooping, and I don't want to take too many liberties with like what Kimo would do or wouldn't do, but this is the kind of song, it's sort of a slower core song, and this is the kind of song that he would sort of rock out to. So you do not have to keep it at the waist if you don't want to. You can just sort of say this is going to be core or whatever, but I'm going to waist only. I'll tell you a little bit. I'll give you some inspiration if you need it. Of course, you can do anything you want to. This is kind of in the same category of keeping an exercise simple. Oh, hey, Jennifer. Okay, here we are. There is so much richness to waist or core hooping. And again, you can take it anywhere you want. But there is so much richness to it. And for one thing, there's the discovery of your feet, whether you're unrooted and moving them a lot, or whether you're staying rooted. There's the up and down of your knees coming up and down. Sometimes it's really exaggerated, sometimes it's not much. And this is super hoop geeky. But in core hooping, after you develop a sense of touch with it, it almost feels like you're pushing up, like you're coming up into the hoop sometimes. Like what I like to do, I'm a visual person. I visualize pulses of energy coming up and out and through my hoop. There's everything that can happen with your hips. I can roll my hips. I can lock them in and firm them up. If I reverse the hoop, then the whole thing feels similar but different. There's the whole world, something that these two don't really struggle with, but if you're new to hooping, you might There's the whole world of moving your hands while you're waist hooping or core hooping. You can develop kind of like a much improved hand-eye coordination. Like you are born with some level of it, but trust me, I've been hooping for 20 some years. You can improve your hand-eye coordination. You can become that like ninja badass that you want to be. In fact, like when I used to ask people like, what's the biggest physical boost that you've had from hooping? A lot of people would say they discovered their non-dominant side of their body. And as you waist hoop, core hoop, whatever you're doing, you can think about the non-dominant side of your body. And if you've been hooping for a while, you'll start to catch things that are falling with your non-dominant hand. You'll find yourself controlling things better. I mean, physically controlling things. If you haven't tried before and you're waist hooping, tightening the abs and releasing them can create like a different type of push as well. Feeling your balance, I'll show you from up high. I mean your core. If I'm really feeling it, then I can turn in the current. So my legs are facing forward right now. I'm in a waist hoop. All right, we're just gonna let it go, see what happens. Oh, no, let's try this one. Oh, okay, this works. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about because it's really cool. So I'm on my waist here, I'm facing you guys, and what you can develop with your core hoop, and then hopefully Tara's not going to think I'm killing you guys, but you can turn against the current. See, my legs are going to stay the same way. I'm going to turn against the current, and I'm twisting. You see how my shoulders are, and then I can come back. And you can really kind of like, you can go quickly back and forth. Actually, let's take Tara's lead. Let's come up to the chest. Oop. This is chest hooping. Chest hooping can really help you open up your rib cage. Tara says it's good for your lungs. If you guys are, if you have some practice with chest hooping and you can do it rooted, it can be fun to chi it from different angles. Like I'm moving it down into earth. I'll bring the music up. And this is going to be me trying to bring it back. Roll, 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 roll. And then we'll put it up. Bounce, bounce, bounce. If I want to flatten the hoop, I roll in a horizontal. I'll go kind of record player to flatten the hoop and bounce to change the angle, okay? So if I'm here and I want to flatten it out, I'm going to start rolling my rib cage. That's going to flatten it out. And if I want to put it in the sky, I'm going to start bouncing and I'm going to drop my AM shoulder a little bit. Show what I mean? From here, my hoop's going to the left. And as I'm trying to bounce, I'm going to drop my right hand and shoulder just a little bit. So it's almost like I can get up under it. back with your right side if you're having trouble getting it flat. Right? Tightening your abs really helps. Nice, T. Okay. Yeah.
Can I share one tip?
Okay.
So something with that, and I was just feeling into it at the very end again, which is doing core hooping and angle hooping like that. One thing if I can identify, what my non-dominant side is, I try to just put my whole entire awareness there and just forget about the other side. And that can sometimes balance it out.
Hello. Okay. There we go. All right. Wow. Okay. Wow. We're almost at the end of class already. Of course, we did start a little bit late. How are you guys feeling? Do you want to slow it up or keep it up or what? I don't know. I don't know. I have an upbeat song that I want to play that's kind of profane, though. No, it's encouraging. All right, I'm going to try to play an encouraging, upbeat song. I'm actually enjoying the workout of this right now, so I'm going to do shoulder hooping, but you can do anything you want to. The song does have some bad words, but the spirit of the song is actually pretty great. So you probably heard it before. It's pretty famous.
You are the motherfucking shit. You are great. You are magnificent. You can do whatever you want to do in this world. Put your mind to it, put your grind to it, and you can do it. Get up, get out, get motivated, get inspired, get your motherfucking shine. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get out. Get out. Get up. Get out. Get out. Get up. Get You are the motherfucking shit. You are great. You are magnificent. You can do whatever you want to do in this world. Put your mind to it, put your grind to it, and you can do it. Get up, get out, get motivated, get inspired, get your motherfucking shine on. Get out, get out, get up, get out, get out, get up, get out, get out, get up, get out, 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 get out,
like that? Oh, okay. We got some thumbs up from the crew here anyway. All right, I think we'll just free hoop it out. Actually, I think the song that was just about to come on would be a good free sort of next level thing. So we'll free hoop. Thank you, Ann and Tara, for. Let's see there. No. Oh, you can't. Oh, to the camera. Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Thank you guys for joining. We're gonna free hoop. You can definitely do anything you want to. Thank you, Ann and Tara, and we'll say some song. We'll probably say goodnight in a second. This is about it's a pretty chill song, I think, if I remember. Thank you, Hoopy Smiles. Thank you, Josie. Jordan, sweet. Upbeat profane. Thank you, as always, Rita, for joining. Thank you, Carla. Yes, Stuart, it was great to have you. Yeah, Stuart and I've met. Okay, I think we're kind of at the end here. We'll do one last sort of slow, stretchy song for those that want something like that. Again, thank you. Do you guys have anything to say?
This is definitely one of my favorite classes ever. Thank y'all.
We will be having class on Tuesday, normal time and channel, and I don't know what we'll teach you. If you, oh, thank you, Stuart. My studio audience here just went for the low-hanging fruit of the joke world. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. We're gonna keep the music going a little bit and give you a chance to stretch if you want to, and then we'll fade to green. So thanks a lot, y'all. figured out the move. It's palm up and palm down. The catching hand is, actually, I don't know if that's actually right. See, yeah, it's palm up and palm up. No, she's right. Yeah, so when I'm making the pass up here, palms up. When I'm making the pass in the back, palms up. Like, and exaggeratedly so, right? So that, because when I'm coming out here, my arm is bent in the exact same way that it was when I go down. Yeah, here we go. This is it. Yeah, it is a workout. I remember this. No wonder he liked. Yeah, that's it. All right, that's a good one to break on. Kimo just fucked my whole flow up and almost my TV. All right, y'all, have a great night. Oh, do you want to say something, man? Okay. Have a great afternoon, yeah.